Hey guys, so I am here showing you one of our go-to weeknight dinners that's pretty easy. Right now I am starting some Spanish rice, which I've put some oil in there and some chopped up onion and jalapeno, and now I'm adding some garlic. And we're just going to saute that for a little bit. And oh goodness, my garlic doesn't want to go in the press. We always use a garlic press. It makes life so much easier than trying to mince garlic. Just does it. Did you just groan at me? Boy. Anyway, so just a little bit of garlic. If you followed any of my other recipes, you know I measure with my heart. So, got all this. And then to this, we will add... Wait, does the rice come? Okay, so we're going to turn the Instant Pot off for now. And there it is. Add 2 cups of water. Or you can add stock. I don't have any on hand. I do have chicken bouillon though, so that's what we're going to be using. So, 2 cups of water. I'm going to add in some chicken bouillon. Alrighty. And then after that gets mixed in, thank you honey for stirring for me while I was doing that. Alright, and I already have my rice rinsed off, and we're going to add that to the pot. What are you doing? Anyways, so we're adding that to the pot, and then we'll add some of our spices and a little bit of tomato sauce on top, and then we'll put this to cook on the rice setting until it's done, which takes about 15 to 20 minutes for our Instant Pot. So here we go with that. Grab all my spices. We decided to film last second in a different location in the kitchen, so not that our kitchen's huge or anything. Alright, so I'm going to add some paprika. Thank you, honey. Some cumin. Some salt, some chili powder, which doesn't want to come out for some reason, and some oregano, which I have Italian seasoning, but it works, it's fine. Alright, and so when we're done stirring that, we're just going to put a little bit of tomato sauce in, but we're not going to stir it. I put about, what'd you say? Is that a quarter of the can?
A third.
A third of the can. Alright. Put our lid on. And hit rice. And that'll cook for a while we get our tacos ready. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start our chicken off marinating. And we're going to add some olive oil, some lime juice. Normally I would use fresh limes, but I forgot to get those at the store, so. From a bottle it is today. Not going to affect the flavor very much, I promise. Some onion powder. Some garlic powder. Some cumin. Some paprika. Some chili powder. Oh goodness, this chili powder is all clogged up. It's fine. I think I got enough out of it. And then again with some Italian seasoning because oregano. And did I add salt? No, I did not. Add some salt in there. looks good. And we'll give it a nice little, oh no. We'll give it a nice little stir and we'll set it to the side for it to get all happy with those flavorings. And then I'm going to show you how we make our beans taste like they're straight from a Mexican restaurant. Okay, so to a pan, we're going to go ahead and add just a can of refried beans. Any brand works. And we're going to have that on medium-low heat. I'm going to just mash them up really nice. And what we're going to do next is add a little bit of beef bouillon. And we'll add about a half a cup of water. And we'll just stir that around until it cooks. And then they're just perfect restaurant style refried beans. They have good flavor. You don't need to add anything else. It's simple, it's easy, but it's also delicious, and that's what matters. We're trying to eat out less this year, save a little bit of extra money. But we live in a very small town, but we have a really, really good local Mexican restaurant, and it is amazing. Even some of our friends from Texas say that it's some of the best Mexican food that they've ever had. If you're watching this, Laura, I mean you. It's always like the small town hole in the wall places that are always the best, in my opinion. But, you know, we'll just heat this up and it's ready to eat. I will say last time I made it with Rosarita brand beans, and they looked a lot better than the Great Value beans do. But it should taste the same. I don't want it to burn on the bottom or anything, so I'll just keep it moving. Because I have a bad habit of doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Honey, will you stir this for me for a second? And I'm going to get a skillet for the chicken. Okay, so went ahead and moved the beans to the side, and I warmed up some oil and threw just a handful of onions in the pan, and we're gonna go ahead now that it's simmering and add our chicken in. Smells really good. So this is what we eat our tacos on. These are from, I don't want to mispronounce it, Tortilleria, I believe is how you say it. It's local and they're really good. They actually distribute it amongst a few of the Mexican grocery stores in town and even some like Walmarts that are local. But we don't live in Tulsa, so we have to get those when we go to town. Otherwise, we're stuck with Great Value, pre-packaged, not super fresh tortillas. We typically make our own flour tortillas, but corn tortillas I don't mess with. Move in the chicken. Why is it? There we go. It was not really on the burner. My bad. I'm not the best cook. I'm okay. This is just us showing you kind of what we eat during the week. And hopefully soon we'll have kind of a price breakdown of everything. And maybe even like a grocery shopping haul where we talk about what we decided to spend money on that week for groceries. But this is just a nice little way of us showing you some easy recipes that we find really yummy. And we like a lot of flavor in this house, so. In our town, all we have is a Walmart, and we have a Dollar General and a Dollar Tree. We do have a local store that's just in this area. Oh, rice is done. But they're really expensive, especially like compared just to Walmart. Some things that are at Walmart, they'll be $2 or $3 more expensive, so we don't really shop there. Occasionally they do have really good meat sales though, so that's always nice. I think next time we make street tacos, I'm going to use pork. We actually, on our little homestead that we have here, we had a few pigs a couple years ago. And last year we butchered 2 of them, and we still are eating off of them today. So we really like having fresh meat here. I guess a year in the freezer is not exactly fresh. But we know where it came from. We know how our pigs were treated, and that makes me feel a lot better about eating it. And it tastes really good. The taste difference of a homegrown pig versus a conventionally grown pig is astounding to me. I always thought I hated pork chops, but then we got our pig done, and those are the best pork chops I've ever had in my life. And we do have chickens, but we don't eat those. They are simply just fun to have, and a couple of them lay eggs, so we'll call it good. We have a trip in April, but afterwards we're planning on getting more birds. We're thinking about switching mostly to ducks, actually, instead of chickens. They're a lot easier to get along with. Chickens can be really feisty and finicky. Oh yeah, we need to get a goose too. Make sure chicken is cooked all the way through, but it looks about done. I chop up the chicken into really small bits so it cooks quickly. Oh, it smells really yummy. I can't wait to eat it. Our 5-year-old tends to be a little bit pickier when it comes to food, but she'll eat tacos. But she prefers hers to be mostly just filled with beans and cheese. Even the corn tortillas, she's fine with it. She's not a big fan of chicken just yet, unless they're chicken nuggies. I'm sure other parents can feel the pain. She's being very silly right now. But all in all, I think we have a good balance of meals that we eat, and they're always so good. They're like comfort food because we know what we're gonna have and we know it's at least gonna taste decent. All right, so the chicken is done cooking now, and we're ready to plate it up. Okay, so now we have our dinner all plated up. We got our tacos with the chicken, some onions and cilantro, and I'm gonna add a little bit of this Herdez roasted salsa verde on top just to give it a little bit extra flavor. Not Spawn, by the way. But if they want it, I'm kidding. All right, and there we go. That is our dinner for Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.